Warning. It is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language. All right, so on the show, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. On the show today, we're going to have the Ivy Maddox on the show. I'll tell you, such a blast. She's an actress from the UK, an adult film actress from the UK. She was super open and honest about everything. She was so much fun and like great positive attitude. Told some really great stories, and we had an excellent peg talk on this episode. Jane, what did you think about Ivy Maddox?
I love these porn stars that we have on the show. They're so awesome.
I couldn't agree with you more, James. They've been like, honestly, we've been very fortunate with the guests that we've had, but the actresses that we have booked have all been super cool, super chill, really funny. And they're like, not only are they funny, but she was quick, like she was sharp, like she wasn't like no dits or anything. Like she knew she was funny, she was with the jokes, she had a good time. But no, this is super exciting, super fun, and we're super excited to bring it to you. So here we go. This is the Ivy Maddox episode on the Working Perspectives podcast. All right, here we go.
It's all objective to be effective. My voice in society's working perspectives, exploring your day and how you get paid. Watching a new episode every Tuesday. Transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out online and now get live. Then come with us on it. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right, hello and welcome to the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by the one and only Jamie Iglesias. On the show today, we have a top extreme performer from the UK. She's been nominated for Performer of the Year at the 2022 Sexual Freedom Awards. She's been nominated for Best Gonzo, Alt Porn at the 2023 All-Star Awards. She has then been nominated at she is recently nominated at the XBiz Awards for Best Female, Best Gonzo, and Best Lesbian. She's a name in the game. She's super fun, and we're super excited to have her here. Ivy Maddox. Ivy, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me. God, what a mouthful.
I know, I stumbled through that intro.
That's all good. No, it's really nice hearing it all being read back to you. I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm still having a bit of imposter syndrome.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't. You got a great resume. You should be super proud of it. And I'm very, very we want to congratulate you on being nominated for the XBiz Awards. I mean, Best Female, Best Gonzo, and Best Lesbian. Those are 3 big categories. So you should be super excited for that.
I know that I'm a really good lesbian anyway, so I don't need an award for that.
yeah, you don't need an award for that. Yeah.
Ask my friends.
Yeah. People have told you that before. Not the first time you've heard that. So nice. So, well, thanks for being on the show. When we get started, we ask our guests some questions. So the first thing I would like to ask is, what movie do you think is better, The Godfather Part 1 or The Godfather Part 2?
I haven't seen The Godfather.
Honestly,
Me either.
It's a hit or a miss with that question. The thing is like we had someone on that I could have sworn no way they had seen The Godfather, and then I skipped the question, and then like they talked about it later, and I was like, oh, so okay,
I did media at like high school as well, and like films.
Oh, like film study.
There's so many films I haven't seen. I've got ADHD. I can barely sit through like a cartoon TV show. Like,
oh my God, same.
I listen to music, like I can watch a TV show and get addicted to it, and then I end up watching like 5-6 hours worth. I'm like, I could have watched the dog. I could have watched The Godfather in that time, but it takes me too long. I did watch Oppenheimer at the cinema though.
How was that?
I was forced to watch it because I was locked in there, but it was very, very hot in the cinema, And I was like I felt like this the whole time. Like I did, yeah, it was really, really good. The special effects were really good, and I managed to follow the story. I would like to watch it again at home with subtitles,
Yeah.
but I do think it was really hard to hear. But I do think that if I had watched it at home for the first time, then I would have given up. So
Yeah.
I like the fact that I watched it at cinema, because I'm like, that was good. I will watch that again. I will need the cinema. I will need the subtitles because I missed half of it.
Yeah. Isn't Cillian Murphy's in that too, right? Isn't he in there? Cillian
Uh,
Murphy
it's,
from
it's Killian, yeah.
Killian, sorry, I'm an
All
idiot.
right.
But yeah, no, he's on top of the world, that guy. You kidding me?
Mhm.
Tommy Shelby. Do you watch that? Do you watch the Peaky
Yeah,
Blinders?
I loved that. Yeah.
So
Anything, if
good.
I can watch things if I kind of fancy someone in it. So
Right. What's not to fancy about him? You know what I mean? So okay, then let's keep moving. So we had some other people from the UK on the show, and we had asked them about Cheetos, right? Do you know what Cheetos are?
yeah, I
They're
love
like-
Cheetos.
Okay.
They're like European what's it or American what's it.
Okay.
I love what's it.
Okay.
There's questions. People are like, would you rather have Cheeto dust on your hands forever or blah 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 blah? I'm like, give me the dust. I fucking, that's the favorite bit. And when I finish like the bag, I'm just like, and then now I've done them. I'm like, I wish I had dust on my fingers still. That would be great.
Oh man, I wonder if that's a thing, like to sell just the Cheeto dust. I wonder
And
what
it's
people
like
would do.
all in your teeth, and you're like,
Oh.
I had braces for like a year and a half, and I couldn't have like what's it, which is our Cheetos,
Mhm.
and I was so sad. The first thing I had an apple, and I had some what's it.
Ooh. Do they have, I know there's like the crunchy version. Do they have the puffed version in the UK as well? Like the puffed, I guess what's it? Or no?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they're crunchy.
Oh, they're only puffed over there.
Yeah, maybe. I have had Cheetos though. They have them in Spain. They're
Mm.
like, but I haven't tried the crunchy ones. I've only tried like the ones where you put them in your mouth and they melt.
Oh man, yeah. Well,
Oh, and also I recently tried what are they called? Tacky?
tacky. Tacky.
Oh, they're
Takis.
so good.
Oh my god. I was at a house party and they had them in the middle. They just started selling them in London, like in the world food shops and stuff, or like the Asian supermarket. And I just tried them, and I ate them, and I couldn't stop. And
Yeah.
my mouth was burnt. Like I ripped off like the layer of skin. And the next day I tried to eat food. I was like, those crisps fucked me. Oh.
Do you ever get the salt and vinegar crisps? I guess you guys call them. Do they have those over there?
Oh yeah, I love salt and vinegar. That's probably my favorite bog standard crisp.
Yeah.
I love these questions. These are great. I thought you were going to ask me about like being fingered and stuff, but this is right.
I mean, you
We'll
know,
get there.
eventually we'll get to that. But no, I remember over here we have, like, I ate like a big bag, like, you know, I'd smoked and gotten, you know, was hungry and whatever, and I ate like a huge bag of the salt and vinegars, and like my tongue was just like destroyed. You know
yeah,
what
it just
I mean?
rips off your top layer of your skin, doesn't it? But the good thing is your mouth heals really quickly. It's, you know, so you can go and do it again like in a couple of days' time.
Yeah. You'll be right back at it. Very good. Okay. Next question. When it comes to theme parks, are you amusement park or water park? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, okay. I like water parks because I love wearing a bikini and pretending that I don't know everyone's looking at me.
Right. Yeah. Same.
Oh yeah, obviously. But amusement parks, probably because I'm not very good at swimming. But what about an amusement park on a really hot day so I can wear my bikini?
Oh, bang. There you go. And maybe they'll have, like, they call them like the log flume, where you go down and like hit a splash.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Winner.
Although I'm not really like a big theme park person. Like I don't know, like the rides. Yeah, I don't know. I like theme parks, but fun fairs not so much. Fun fairs.
Do you like the games and stuff that you play and everything like that?
I like the food.
Oh yeah,
I
funnel
go
cake.
to the fun fairs for the food. I remember like when I lived in Austria, I went to the fun fair one time, and I was so excited. I was like, guys, we've got to go to this fun fair. It's in town. We lived in like a little small village in Austria. I was like, guys, fun fair's in town. We got to go. And they were like, okay. So we got there, like, what do you want to go on first? I'm like, I'm not going on the rides. I'm going to the food. And they would go on a ride and they come find me, and I'd be like, I have like the cotton candy, or then they come back and I'd have a toffee apple, and they come back and I'd have like what they called
Funnel cake.
I don't know what that is. That sounds lovely.
If you haven't had funnel cake, you will lose
Funnel
your
cake.
shit.
Flying sauces is what I want, like little paper things with the sherbet inside.
Yep.
We've got different sweets to you. Like, I don't know. You've got interesting sweets, but
Yeah.
I didn't trust the rides at the fun fair, but I like the rides at an amusement park. I always go to an amusement park if I get my heart broken, because it's a great way to go and scream.
Oh, that's not a bad. That's honestly, that's you're not wrong. That's
Top
like
tip.
you should get on the roller coaster and just.
It's honestly, it's just either roller coaster, gangbang, gets out your anxiety.
Yeah,
Right,
you have
right.
really good coping mechanisms.
Jamie, you used the gangbang one, right? Isn't that one of your solids?
I haven't, but I might now.
Yeah.
It's really effective. It's just really difficult to organize.
Yeah, I don't know if I know that many people.
Right. Nice. Okay. Next question then, Ivy. Pancakes or waffles? Which one do you like better?
Waffles.
Waffles, all the way.
Pancakes. I like waffles and pancakes.
Ah,
They're just basically the same. They're both as good as each other. There's no. I can't do this, Matt. I guess pancakes, because you can make them sweet or savory. Waffles
Ooh.
are just sweet, aren't they?
But waffles, they have so many varieties. Have you had chicken and waffles yet?
Oh, they've got this place called Duck and Waffle in London, and
Mhm.
people have duck with waffle. I think that's weird. I'm not about that. I don't think that's a.
No, I'm not down with the duck on the waffle, but down or here in some places, kind of not where we are. We're in the Philadelphia area. It's not as prevalent, but it's been becoming like a more popular phase or a more popular trend of fried chicken and waffles. And I'm not
Where
gonna
would
lie,
that be in America? Where would they do that?
they usually do that in like the southern part of America, like
Kentucky,
Georgia.
Louisiana.
Hey, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, but definitely down in like those areas. They'll have a place called Waffle House. They'll have like fried chicken and waffles and stuff like that. But
That just sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen.
Oh yeah, there's an obesity problem in this country. I don't know if you've heard, but yeah, that's one of the reasons for
Shocking.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then next question, who do you like better, Chevy Chase or Bill Murray?
I don't know who Chevy Chase is. I'm English. I like Bill Murray. He's great.
You're probably better off not knowing.
Yeah, you're not missing much. God, what can I say? I'm not gonna lie, I love English TV. You know what I mean? So who
Chevy Chase is?
All right, who do you like better, David Mitchell or Lee Mack?
Oh, David Mitchell.
He's so good.
I'm rewatching Peep Show at the moment, and I'm actually I'm from Croydon, so like if I meet someone and they're a big Peep Show fan, I would take them on a Peep Show tour around Croydon. Like if they want to go to Croydon, I know wherever.
Like where they filmed it and everything. Yeah.
Their pub, their house, where things happened. Yeah,
it's so good.
1 and season 2, anyway.
Peep Show, Jamie, this is a genius show where it was I guess it's like it kind of like it's based around two guys that live together in an apartment that are in their like 20s, and the way they filmed it is they would just I'm assuming they put like a camera on their head is what it looked like, and it was like a point
it's a POV, like it looks like they've got a GoPro here.
Yeah
They just film it from the point of view of the other person.
Yeah,
it's amazing. You should definitely watch it. It's very very good.
Where can I watch it?
You probably find it on Hulu. Amazon Prime usually has that kind of stuff. I saw it on Amazon Prime.
It's definitely on. There's a couple of episodes on YouTube that you can watch, and there's clips on YouTube if you wanted to try it before you buy it, because it is it's a very British humor. But it is,
which is the best.
Yeah,
I love British humor.
I'm like you though. I can't pay attention to anything, and I have to
It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. It's really easy, and it's just like, also you can either watch it or you can have it in the background. It's like one of them kind of things. It's kind of like, yeah.
One of the first episodes is like the one girl that they both want to hook up with this girl who is wearing like a skull cap, and they both thought that she was wearing it because she had cancer and had her hair cut, and like it's a whole thing, but it's just it was
It's
super
like
funny.
cringe. It's like cringe comedy,
Yeah, some of
and
it
you like
is for
you
sure.
like cringe for them. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, but then you're just like, it's kind of like a well, Always Sunny's like cringe, but in a different way.
Yeah,
But
I like Always Sunny. I
we
feel
love
like
it.
it's got a similar like tone vibe.
Yeah, that's our jam over here for sure. What about, all right, we can talk a little more British TV because I'm all right. Taskmaster, yes, the best, right?
Went to Taskmaster to see it get filmed.
Shut up.
I was in the front row, and I said to them, like, so before they start filming, they did like a Q&A, like the
Yeah.
and I can't remember how it came about, but I was like, they were talking about that. Has anyone ever been here before? Do you know, like this studio? It's a Pinewood Studios,
Yeah.
and they're like, do you know what else they film here? And I went, Brazzers, because they did a Brazzers there. They did or Digital Playground or something. They filmed something with, I believe it was Danny D flying. They needed the flying machine.
Of course, Danny D, the legend.
Yeah, something like that. And I was texting my mate who was like the director at the time of that thing. And I was texting him saying, are you sure like it was here? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, got my facts straight. And who was the guy? Frankie Boyle, I think, was there.
Frankie Boyle.
Yeah, he was like, and you don't realize how close you are to them.
Yeah.
Literally, like I could lean over, and
you're that close. Like the stage is, because you see you see them like the person who sits on the end, then like, because you know how they're like in a straight line facing Greg Davies and Alex Horn. So the person that sits on the end has to be like right in the audience, basically.
Literally, it's so close. You don't realize how close the audience is, but it was bloody well great.
What's a live show like? So they'll talk about it beforehand, right? Like, I'm obsessed with this show. I literally think it's the best show. Greg Davies is so goddamn, dude. Him and Alex Horn, when he's like picking on him for being little Alex Horn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so funny. And
it's so good.
The way they play off each other is great. But when you, I know we're getting off topic here, but we kind of have to. So, but either way, so you're there, right? They'll talk about it and then they show it, like they project what happened on a big screen and then come back to it.
Yeah, it's the first time that that Greg and Alex, the judges and the people who are doing, like the contestants, it's the first time they've seen the clip. So they also aren't aware of which clips are going to make it to the show. So it's not like it's done in an order and they're like, okay, now we're going to see this and this and this. They probably do, like, I don't know, let's say 100 tasks, and then they'll get like 50 of them will make it to the show, and they don't know which ones actually are going to be shown. So you kind of see them sometimes, they're like, oh yeah, this one, like, and they'll look at it and they're like, oh no, not this one. Like they kind of like realize halfway through what it is.
Yeah, dude, sometimes that show is like a complete mind fuck for sure.
Yeah, I was just watching it and with my pal, and then and I was like, I wonder if you can see this live. They must have an audience. And we literally were there in 2 weeks. They just happened to be filming at that time, and like you had to put your name in a ballot. And my mate texted me like, oh, I got them tickets. Like, do you still need to go to Budapest on this day? I was like, no, I'll go a day after. Let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're so lucky. That's one thing I wish we had over here. Is like like, I don't know, like the TV. I just think the TV over there is so good. I love Jimmy Carr. I love watching like the big fat quizzes of the year. Dude, even like Countdown and Cats and like 8 out of 10 Cats Love Countdown, like so good. I watch all that shit. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. Let's keep it moving then. Let's talk.
Let's talk about bumholes.
No. So I do have one more question. When it comes to eating chicken wings, do you eat the drums or do you eat the flats?
Is the flat? Oh yeah, no, I don't eat the drums. I eat the flat bit, like that's the wing, right? And you pull it apart.
Well, that's depressing.
Why?
I'm a drum guy, and in America, you have to choose. They make you choose.
That means that we would be the perfect partners for each other, Matt.
You're also correct there. Yes, that we would be compatible because we could split every order of wings. You're right. Exactly. It's blessing and the curse. I don't agree with your choices, but I will accept them. So there you go. Match made in heaven.
But also, I don't really care. Is this what you guys argue about in America?
You have no idea, like the wars that have been started over this. You have no idea. It gets crazy. Yeah. There's some people that get shot over this stuff, justifiably so, because people who eat flats are crazy. But either way, so all right, let's keep it moving then. We're gonna move to everybody's new favorite segment. Oh shit, how's the song go, Jamie? Damn it.
Is it Folgers?
Oh, it is Folgers. All right. So the best part of this show, or no, fuck. The best part of Peg Talk is a plastic dick in your butt, in your butt. All right, that was it. Nailed it. Crushed it. So yep. I mean, well, you know, a ton of talents, this guy. But either way, Ivy, Jamie here she's gonna do what's called Peg Talk, and she's gonna have some questions for you, and they're gonna be great. All right, James, take it away for Peg Talk.
All right. Do you have any like personal favorite fetishes, like outside of work?
Yeah, pee. I didn't do pee before porn, and then it was like I was offered a lot of money. I was like, yeah, all right, I like pee now, and now I really like pee. But
you like to be like peed on, or
yeah, I like to be peed on. Like I went on a holiday recently with a friend, and they like peed on me in the shower. Like it was really hot, and then like was like giving them a blowjob, and then I was like ended up being a little bit sick, and it was like just carry on. It was just, like all messy and this. Oh, it was just really like animalistic and like disgusting. But I felt like so like degraded. But then they were so nice to me afterwards. So I like that kind of like being dominated. But especially with someone that like I know respects me. I'm not kind of the person that will show up at a sex party and someone's like, I need the toilet, and then we're like, I'm the toilet, come pee on me. Like I'm not like that much into pee that I'm just gonna let anyone pee on me. Maybe in a car.
Is it like only in the shower, or will you do it other places?
I mean, that's the save the mess, right?
That was just out of respect. We were at like a really nice hotel.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for the maids, like pee everywhere.
I'd have to imagine like being into someone who likes pee, or I mean, I don't know what the general term is for it, but being into someone who
sports.
Bob's?
Water sports.
Water sports. Right, I'm an idiot. So someone who likes water, yeah, that makes sense. So someone who likes water sports, it has to be similar to someone who's a squirter, right? Like it's kind of the same, like you're changing the sheets a lot, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay, similar, yeah.
In that way, I guess, but not in all the other ways. But either way, okay. So
you can get waterproof sheets.
Oh yeah, they do have them.
Really?
Yeah.
I got paid to pee on myself one time.
Hot. Love it.
Back when were you ever on My Free Cams?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. Like back in the day.
Do
they still do that?
My Free Cams, or
is that
themselves for money?
Yeah. It's like a big webcam company. I'm pretty sure it's still going. Yeah. I don't do webcam, but like I kind of just went on there. Just I don't know why. My friend had an account when we were a stripper, and we'd like come back when we were drunk, and we'd go on it and be like, I don't think I made any money because I was like already naked. Because I was drunk. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you're giving away the goods too early. Yeah, nice. I mean, I've never done the pee thing, but I don't know. I mean, if someone asked me to do it to them, I'd probably say yes, but I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, but who knows?
Maybe I've never had someone pee on me though. I just pee on myself.
I like the fact that it's like I want that person's bodily fluids inside me and on me, and just I want everything. That I want them to give me everything, and it's like it turns into some kind of like feral.
Yeah, it's like a pheromone for you almost.
Yeah, like some kind of like feral sex thing, and I just like switch, and I go like, yeah. It's really hot.
Whatever blows your hair back. You know what I mean?
I also like romance as well.
Of course, right.
Like cuddles are my kink also.
Pee first, cuddle later.
Yeah.
Feed me. No, wait. What was it? Fuck me, fist me, fuck me, feed me.
Done. All right, nice. Go ahead, Jane.
Do you have any other fetishes that you've like found at work that you brought home?
Did you find the peeing thing at work, or was that with like when you were having like in your personal life?
No, that was at work. The first time I did that was at work.
Okay.
Yeah. my second ever scene I did was pee.
Oh, cool.
I didn't. I wanted to do like a crazy. I wanted to do like a couple like crazy scenes, and I was offered like 3 scenes. I knew I wanted to do anal. I also knew that anal was something that a lot of people would hold onto, onto. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to do porn as a career. So I knew that I just wanted to do it as like a bucket list thing. So I was like, I know that I'm really good at anal. I want to do like hardcore anal because I know I can do it. So that was my first one. The second one was DP and P, which is like pretty crazy to do both of those things. And then the third one was a gangbang with double anal, which is like pretty much like girls would wait years to do that, you know. I picked everything off in my first week.
That all was in 1 week.
That was in 1 week,
Wow.
And then
hard worker.
And then because, well, not really, because I took a year off after that because of COVID, so I couldn't like really travel. So I was like, after that, I'd had a taste for it. I was absolutely gagging to go back, and it was like, sorry, you can't leave the country. It's like, I want to get gangbanged again, but with more guys this time. They only gave me 4.
You're like, COVID, you ruined my gangbang. What the hell?
Yeah.
That COVID ruined everything, huh?
I know, but yeah, I guess like fisting. I wasn't doing so much fisting before, but really like I don't know, like
Can I
gangbang? Sorry,
can I ask? When you say fisting, and I don't mean to be crass, but where are you fisting?
Oh, sorry. Like, okay, so when both holes at the same time, I recently was able to do that. So,
do you have to like work up to that, or were you just like a natural?
Congratulations.
I've been told that I've got tight holes. I've been told this, and I think that it's because they're both muscles, and if you like, I do like, you know, stretches and like you know, the Kegels.
The Kegels, yeah.
I don't do the Kegels, but like, you know, I go like that, and also I do like bum yoga. I like stretch my ass out before I have like a scene. I don't just like try and put something here. I mean, I can fist my own butt without any warm up, but I wouldn't recommend that. But I just got like some kind of like elastic, elastic, and I guess it's just a skill. But I love being like full, like really, really full. So like if a girl, I love it when it's like the same person. They can just like go like this. Like I really like that because it's just like, again, with the gangbang, like you cannot focus on anything but like it's kind of like a little bit painful as well, like sometimes, and it's just like puts me into some kind of like weird trance where I am totally like at the mercy of this person. I have to trust that person, and I like the like handing over the control.
Wow, I mean,
being a little fuck puppet.
That's a great way to put it. Man, I mean, good on you. You know, quick question, and this isn't for me, obviously. It's for some of our listeners, but you said butt yoga. Can you explain what that is?
Oh, I just like I call it butt yoga or ass gym. It's just when I will stretch out my butthole. So I'll like be watching TV and I'll have there's a TV. I'll be watching TV and I'll have like a butt plug in that's inflatable, and I'll just kind of like watch an episode of Peep Show, and as it gets on, I'll like pump it up and just kind of, and I'll do that like a couple of days before. Like I'll do like one day on, one day off before I go out to do like a big scene, because I don't shoot like gangbangs all the time. I kind of like will do a lot of them in a short space of time and then like take a couple of months off to heal, because you know it's, I guess, like it's a lot of trauma for your asshole. You don't want to be doing that.
I mean you're pretty petite as well also.
I'm like 5'2", like 100
oh my god
60 centimeters. Like there isn't much of me, so I haven't been fisted in my ass by a guy yet. I just think that's like, I think I mean lots of people have asked me to. I'm just like, I'm a bit scared because it's like that's a quite a big step. Like girls have a lot smaller hands than guys. I like being fisted in my pussy by a guy.
Sure.
But
don't we
I know what it feels like, and it feels tight. So like in my ass is gonna be like, ooh, I'm not sure yet. Maybe.
I mean, you know, honestly, Ivy, you seem like the person, and I believe in you. And I think that one day you'll have a guy just, beep, 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 you know, I think
One
you'll
day.
do it, you know.
I would also, I also like would like to be able to like get to elder age and not be like just like
Yeah.
You gotta keep
I-
doing the Kegels.
yeah, exactly. Hey.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this. I want her on this show so bad just because like all the joy she's brought to me. But you know, I have to imagine Ava Devine is in in that category of
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
yeah.
We don't know like how much people do it in their personal life and if they do it on film as well. And
Yeah.
you know, like what you see, it obviously like takes some training as well. So
Yeah.
it's like a lot of build up to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it always shrinks back. It always, like even it will take like my ass will be like open for like a day or two, and then it'll just go back and it'll be like nice little tight
Yeah.
bump up again, or like neat.
Oh, nice. So that's interesting though that you have like kind of like your own warm-up regimen. You know what I mean? Like you get trained ready to go.
I'm an athlete, mate. Like
Yeah, totally. No, you're an athlete.
yes. Oh my god.
Steal it. It's all yours.
New Twitter bio incoming.
Love it. Nice. All right, James, keep going. You've been killing it.
All right. What is your favorite type of set to film on?
Ooh.
Sorry, set.
Like
Yeah,
what? Go ahead, James.
What's your favorite kind of like scene to film?
I really like the ones. I know I've been talking a lot about Gonzo, but because I haven't done so many of them, I really enjoy the acting and like the comedy in scenes. So they call the acting comedy because a lot of the time it is comical. I did Brazzers and that was really fun. It's due out like I filmed it like over a year ago. They have a lot of backlog because when COVID happened, I think they almost ran out. So now they're like film, and just in case there's another anything, they've got enough to keep them going.
Oh wow.
But
So they're stockpiling?
yeah, I think all the studios pretty much are stockpiling just in case kind of thing, because people, we couldn't film for a really long time, and
that's people that's taking food off people's tables for sure.
Exactly. So I really enjoy doing the acting, especially if there's like I'm able to like improvise and like add my own little like flair to it.
Yeah.
I think I'm really funny.
Yeah. No, I agree. You're very funny.
Gonzo, yeah.
What's that mean?
Gonzo is a style of filming. So this is my interpretation of it. There's like no acting, or very limited like cinematography or kind of like stylization. It's very much like guy behind camera, go, kind of like.
So it's like reality TV porn.
Yeah, reality TV porn. Yeah, when it's
a
like
lot more
and the camera guy gets really up into it. Like there's like the camera guy's there. Whereas when it's like glamcore or what's the other one? Feature, like a feature is like a feature movie. Like they make a movie. And then glamcore is like a very like nice looking porno where they've got like they set up the shot. They've got a shot here, and then they're gonna do it again from over here. Like Gonzo is just like go.
Yeah. No, it's honestly, it's a lot more like authentic and raw.
It's the best because it takes the less time.
You're done the shoot sooner for sure. But is it am I wrong in thinking too it's a little rougher as well, right? Or is that not?
Right? So a lot of the time Gonzo is also like the more hardcore because well, I don't know the reason for that.
It just is.
Just kind of is, I guess because
just a vibe.
Yeah, it's just a vibe. Yeah, I haven't actually seen written down. I've had this conversation with quite a lot of people. I'm like, what is Gonzo? And I think I've just kind of taken different ideas from people, and that's my interpretation of it. And yeah, agree with you. Like a lot of the time, it is the more hardcore stuff that tends to be Gonzo as well. I guess just because people like, if you're getting gangbanged, like I don't know, like. If you're getting gangbanged and having double anal and stuff, and you've got to do like set up the shot, and then it's like it's gonna take so long.
And it kind of like loses something. I feel like.
Like the energy in Gonzo is like more like
Yeah. But is there, so from what we've been told, as far as like the shoots go, it's like you have like a set of, we're doing these positions this way, like things like that. And, but it's, so for Gonzo, there's none of that. It's just like you're going in and we're going to like just do it, like do it as it goes and switch as it goes.
No, they still have organization.
Okay.
A lot of the time I don't understand that because it's in a different language.
shit.
Because well, if it's it depends what studio, because some of the guys like are speaking all together in Czech if it's in Prague, and some guys are speaking together in like Italian or whatever. I do ask them to let me know what positions they'd like to put me in, but all they say is they're just like, just keep loose, just keep loose. So you kind of like, you know, the positions, excuse me, like, you know, there's like core positions that they might want to put you in, and then it's just a lucky dip of like what you're going to put in. So
Yeah.
I kind of like the element of surprise because it adds to like, I mean, I'm not acting in Gonzo. I'm literally like, woo, you know, and like a lot of like the screaming and everything, like it's legit. Like
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed. It's not necessarily people like, oh, is it painful? Are you actually orgasming? Like, I don't know what my body's doing. Like, I don't have time to think about anything else. But I do tell you what, I don't have anxiety for like at least a week after I've done one of them scenes, because I feel like it's kind of not spiritual, but it's a healing process, which sounds really crazy. But because the only thing I can think about is all of these dicks and or everything that's happening right at that moment. I don't have time to be like nervous or anxious or have any like, there's no room for anything else in my brain. So I find it really meditative in a weird way, which is what I kind of get addicted to, like the feeling afterwards. Like, I can imagine when people do like Bikram yoga or something, like you're really like focused on the feeling that your body is in, and then when you come out of it, it's like that rush of like, oh, I did it. Kind of like that. That's what I get addicted to. It's kind of like a similar adrenaline rush.
Yeah, like you get an endorphin release and everything, man. Yeah, it's like you've been through like an intense like workout or something like that, right? Man, that's cool. Nice. That's a great question. Very good, James. Keep going.
Can you describe the most memorable date you've ever been on?
Memorable date. Love it. Besides Taskmaster, obviously.
That wasn't a date.
Oh, sorry.
I was with my mate. I was with my pal. That was just a fun day out with my mate.
Sorry.
Memorable date I've ever been on. Okay, so it started off, it wasn't really a date. I just like wanted tickets. I met this guy at a festival. And he thought that I was like poking him to like flirt with him, but I wasn't. I was trying to get a lift back to the city because the night before it was really difficult. I was with Jules Blue and she was like dancing in front of us, and I was just like working my way around the stage, chatting to everyone, being like, I'm gonna get us a lift back to the city. Didn't work. Anyways, I exchanged numbers with this guy because he was like, oh, we might have a spot. Anyways, I realized that he was like, you know, that could get me some tickets for like future festivals and things like that. So I was like, I'll keep him free. And he was like, oh, he wanted to take me out. So I was like, okay, I'll go out with him. And then I don't know, we went to like a really, really nice place in London. And I was like, is this a date? Is this not a date? And I said to him, I was like, I'm not sure if it's a date, but like, I'll suck you off if you want. And he's like, great. I was like, I don't need this to be a date. That's fine. And yeah, it was like we basically got everything on the menu, walked in, and the ambience was like amazing. And it was like, I'd never heard of this restaurant. I just love being taken to places that I've like never heard of or never been. And it was just really nice. And it was like all kind of like push people in there. And I felt like, all right, like, I can't believe they let us in kind of thing, you know? Yeah. And then like went back, like I gave him a blowjob in the toilet actually.
And
at the place?
Yeah, at this really posh place. It was really nice. They had really nice toilets. Yeah.
Did they think like you guys skipped out on the bill because you like both?
No, we like, yeah. I'm not really sure. Like, it was quite big, so we like got away with it. Fine. Yeah. But yeah, and then like, yeah, then we went out. We went out to like a club or something, and then we ended up like fucking in those toilets. And then he like peed on me, and it was like, I was just like, wow, maybe this is a date. I'm like, this is quite fun. And yeah, like he sorted me out with the festival tickets, and like we're friends still, so it's cool.
I mean,
That's an awesome story.
that sounds like a great date. Also, I mean,
It does.
just
when,
saying.
You know, when you meet someone, you're like, I'm not really like, am I flirting? Like, you're just like really comfortable, and then
Mhm.
like, as you kind of like spend more time with them, you're just like, oh, we do like the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. That is cool, man. That's fun. It's also too like you just wanted to have a good time and hang out and do your thing and whatever, like that's great. Cool, good for you. Keep going, James.
What's the last dirty thing you searched on your phone?
Ooh, I know what Jamie's is. It's
Dirty
blue waffle.
No, it's actually not. Wrestling porn.
Wrestling porn,
Yeah, I didn't know if it existed, so I looked it
like
up.
WWE wrestling porn, or like
Yeah.
wrestling like what me and Steve did wrestling.
No, just like WWE stuff.
Oh. I know I've seen like they have the UFC porn,
Do they? I didn't know. I didn't know if it
Well,
was
they
a
have
thing.
like they'll do like it basically be a porn inside an octagon, really.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I know someone that does that. They I was thinking of like doing it because I thought it would be really fun. Like I like strong like bodies that like and boobs, bodies with boobs and vaginas. So
I
Right.
think you could get a good like fisting porn inside of a WWE,
Oh, yeah.
right?
sorry,
Could
just
you
do it for my
imagine?
pajamas.
Yeah, like they throw a punch at you and you're just like, hey.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Like I think when I used to work out, I used to always like have like you'd see like I had a female personal trainer, and I'd always just be like, oh, she's so funny. She could like throw me around, and that's just like really hot. I don't know what I last looked at. I don't know. Like I can't think what off the top of my head. What was the last dirty thing I looked at?
Yeah.
I mean, dirty, probably like is this a UTI or an STI? I don't know.
That is
But also,
very.
STIs aren't dirty. Like, sorry.
What is an STI?
Sexually transmitted
Actually,
infection.
yeah, in transit.
Oh, whoops. Oh, so
I mean,
STI and an STD are two different things, I guess.
no, they're the same thing, but it's
Oh.
STI now because like it's not a disease because you can get rid of it. It's an infection. So it's just like and it's just an archaic term. So there are some people who say like, oh, I've never had an STI. Like I know I haven't. Like, okay, so when did you get last tested? Oh, like I've not been tested. And it's like, okay, so how do you know? Like that's not a flex. Like being someone who's like, I don't need to get tested. I know I haven't got anything. It's like that's gross. Like you need to like people. It's sexy to manage and look after your sexual health. Because I like to know people's status of like how they are. Like especially doing porn. Like things go around all the time, and they have to shut down studios, and people have to take time off work. Like it's totally normal and just part of the job. So we're trying to get testing more normalized in the UK. Well, I say we, like me and my mates are trying to push for like 14-day testing, because in the US and Europe that's the standard. Like the standard is 14 days, then you get a new test. However, in the UK we get a free test on the NHS every 30 days. So the content creators and people that have never worked in studio porn are just like, it must be 30 days. And it's like, no, because that window is so large, especially if you're working with like multiple people in a week, that adds up, So their kind of argument is that it's more expensive in the UK. Yes, it is more expensive than Europe. It's not more expensive than the US because it's very expensive there. However, your rates are a lot higher, so it's like it evens out. Europe, yes, it's yes, it's cheaper but you have to get two. In the UK, you get one free, and then you get one that's the equivalent of two in the Europe. So there's absolutely no excuse. If you want to be cheap, get your free one and work for 2 weeks, and then do admin, or like fucking go on holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, that I'm very passionate about that as well. I've showed off on a couple of sets in the UK, as have my European colleagues, and the studio have accepted like the other talent to have a 30-day, and I've been like, no, that's not acceptable. I'm not shooting.
Yeah.
And you
So-
know, like people have got infections, and
Mhm.
it's just, and they've gone back to the studio, and the studio like told the person, because they only get one test per month, they have
Mhm.
no fucking clue who
Yeah.
it is, so they have to tell everyone, then everyone has to take time off. So it's just like getting on top of it. I'm very passionate about that.
No, you're not wrong. I'll tell you too, we had one of your, I guess one of your teammates on the Star Factory team, Marina Gold. We had her on the show, and she had told a story one time where she went to a set and the people had forged the paperwork to, like, they had changed the date on the paperwork.
It's actually like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It makes me so angry, because it's like, you don't care about other people's health, and it's just, yeah,
It's unprofessional.
Totally.
It's so, these people should be blacklisted. Like,
Agreed.
they should not be allowed to work. It's just so, oh, it makes me so angry.
Oh no, I
The
honestly
worst,
too.
the worst STI I probably ever had though, was I know that my colleague Scarlett also had this. She had like chlamydia in her eye.
Scarlett Jones.
Oh,
Scarlett, yeah, she said about it on TV. It's common knowledge. I had something in my eye as well, and I went to an event like in London, which was a femdom event. So it was like lots of submissive men, and then it was all like dominatrixes, and I was like dominatrix, and I had an eye patch on, and I was wearing like a suit and an eye patch, and everyone thought it was a costume. I was like, no, I've literally got like, my eye is fucked.
how did you know you had it in your eye?
I knew, like,
Yeah.
Did it hurt, or was it like
it wasn't pussy. It was, excuse me, stop that massive butt. It was like either pink eye, or like it was something like, it was something, and I'd been doing like a lot of like ass eating like that week, and I got cum in my eye and stuff, and I was like, there's something happening here, and I took time off, and I got tested, and yeah, I also had like something in my throat like that time as well. So it was like, yeah, it was all in my face.
Just a whole lot of
a whole lot of jizz and ass. Yeah,
It's a
like,
recipe for a good time.
oh, it was,
sounds like a good time.
I mean, it was awesome. I went to a sex party, and I wasn't working like during this time, so I was just kind of like having fun. And I partook in a gay male orgy, and I was just like on the floor, and I was like, guys, can I just fluff? And it was awesome. I sucked probably like 20 dicks. Like, people were coming on my face. Like, I was eating ass. Like, I wouldn't recommend it, because it like, I deserve to get gonorrhea. But I mean, 100 like, would not change a thing. Would 100% would do again. It was amazing. But yeah, I went to this event with the eye patch on, and I ended up leaving early because I just kept tripping over all of these men that were on the floor, because they were just like kiss people's feet, and I was like, oh my god, it's really dark in here. I've got one eye. I'm deaf in one ear already, and it's like I can't see or hear. And I just went home. I was like, fuck this, and keep falling over all these men.
So real quick, just want to backtrack just a little bit. So you got an invite to an all-male sex party, right?
No, I was at a rave, and there's some clubs in London where they have dark rooms, like where you can go and fuck, and then you can go back to the dance floor. And so I was just at one of those parties, and yeah, it was great.
Wow. I mean,
is that like a common thing for raves over there? A dark room?
No. It was it's like queer subculture. So I don't know. It's like,
is there a big gay is there a big gay scene in London?
Yeah, of course. It's kind of similar to like Berghain, like Berlin. You would go there, and there would be like people fucking and stuff. Like, it's just certain club nights. It's allowed. Obviously, you would only go there if you're aware of this. You wouldn't just walk into a club and be like, oh my god, people are having sex. Like, it's not very common. You would have to seek out these particular clubs. I didn't know they existed until like just a couple of years before COVID, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, I always get horny when I listen to music and I'm dancing anyway, so I was like, oh my god, I can actually fuck here, and like, they allow it, and there's a space allocated. I don't have to go and like use the toilet, even though sometimes that's fun, but you know. But yeah, there were only 2 guys that said, no, sorry, I'm too gay, you can't suck me off. The rest of them were like, yeah, sure, a mouth's a mouth.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, that's pretty great though. So yeah, good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. I'm a sucker for that.
All right, keep going, James.
What is your biggest turn off?
Turn
Sorry.
off.
Yeah, turn off.
Oh,
Your biggest turn
bad
off.
bad hygiene. And
Yeah.
like bad hygiene, big ego.
Big ego,
I
yeah.
don't like people with an ego.
Does bad breath fall under bad hygiene?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. Yeah, like just and like people that expect something or are like pushing too hard. Like let
It's like
me
an
push
ego
you.
thing.
Yeah, like that's probably the biggest turn off for me. Like someone that has a big ego. I'm
Do
just
you
like,
get that a lot as far as like, so like say, do you like tell guys that if you're going to go on a date with a guy, do you tell them that you're in the industry
oh yeah, they already know.
most of the time? And so, but then do they kind of like go in with like the preconceived notion of like, oh, I'm going out with this person, she's definitely going to bang me or whatever, right? So
I
like,
don't know. You'd have to ask them.
well, I'm saying like I mean, it might be, but like I'm saying like they go like they're dating you thinking like, oh, this is a definite thing, and they have like the ego of like, oh, what are we doing? Why don't we just have sex or whatever kind of thing? And you're saying in those scenarios, it's like, all right, bro, get over yourself, you know?
I don't know. I think I normally go for someone that's like recommended or, I've met in real life. So I've already had like some kind of interaction with them. So, yeah, I don't like meet people off the internet or off like dating apps, that kind of thing. Like, I mean,
Have you ever used dating apps?
I have, but my fans
Awful.
always report me. Like I usually use like the hookup ones. It's like if I'm really horny and just like want to like shag, and I'm only on there for like a day maximum because my fans will find me and cock block me. So they'll like report it as a fake profile.
Oh yeah.
And now
do you get kicked off?
Yeah, they'll send me like a picture of like, hey, I found a fake someone that's using your pictures. I've reported it. I'm like, oh,
You're like, that was actually me, and I was
that
trying to
was
get
me.
laid.
Yeah, exactly. Like they can't fathom that
mean,
I can't find the dick or a
that's
pussy or
that's
something.
pretty great though that your fans would do that. You know
love
what I
that.
mean? Like
They're
that's
just looking out
awesome.
for me. Yeah, it's awesome. And to be honest, like I never really meet up with people on that anyways. It's just like, sometimes it's fun to get a little bit of attention. I do like going on there chatting for a bit, and then I like pretending that I do like a very boring job. And then
Like you work at like a flower shop or something.
yeah, it's something like that. It's really fun.
Thanks,
and then
Matt.
no, my aunt needs a florist.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I would love that job.
It's fun. It's fun sometimes.
But then they're like, do you have Insta? And I'll give them my Instagram. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I lied about my job. And then they're like, oh my God.
No.
And then I'm like, I'm never gonna meet you anyways.
Yeah,
I
might follow.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I got kicked off Tinder for like a year for doing that. Like I was swiping right on everybody to try to get them to go sign up for my Snapchat premium. It took like a week for someone to report me and get banned for like a year.
Yeah.
mean,
I never
social
did any
media
of
don't
that.
like us.
Yeah. I was already out of the game before that happened. You know what I mean? People are just like, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I never like, I honestly like.
Do you mean like you got married or you just got washed up and no one wanted to reply to you? Like what's
it's both, really, you know. So yeah, no, I got married, and what does it say? Hold on.
It's the world's smallest violin.
Oh.
I love that.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry.
No. I mean, yeah, I just never did the online thing.
I mean, you're lucky in a way because it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Yeah. But okay, nice, James. You're doing great. So your biggest turn off is bad hygiene, big egos. Go ahead, James.
What is the most number of times you've done it in a row?
Like in a day?
Yeah, we'll say a day.
Yeah.
I had a 12-man gangbang for the anniversary of my 1 year sober day. So I fucked 12 guys in a day.
Was that on was that like, did you film that or was that just for
that
fun?
was in my personal life. We did film little clips, but the agreement was that I was never going to share those clips because like there was a teacher, there was like people with
Yeah.
like real jobs, and they were all had their face out, and the person that filmed it was the wife of one of the guys that was involved. So yeah, no, I'm involved in like the kink poly scene in London, like queer people. So we're very like sex positive. So you raise your eyebrows, but it's very
No,
kink.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking like my wife would kill me. But yeah.
yeah, no, like she was like getting off on it, and it was really hot. It was the
That
best,
is cool.
and also it was
Damn.
like everyone was celebrating me for staying sober for a year.
No,
So
that is great. Congratulations. How long have you been sober?
I have been like I took 2 years to be like I took 2 years of being like completely sober. And then after that I was for 2 years involved in like AA, NA and recovery groups and like sponsors and stuff. And then I kind of like stepped back, and now I'm just very very aware of like my boundaries. I've learned so much, and I'm terrified of being drunk or intoxicated, that I can like moderate now. So if I go to a festival, I might have like a shot of tequila, but I only drink tequila because it's the only alcohol that isn't a depressant. I know that it is like how it reacts with me, and I know that what my limits are. I will never take like a random drink. If there's no tequila available, I would not drink. I don't drink to excess. I hate being drunk because
Good for you. That's like a
That's
hard
incredible.
scene to stay sober in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great
I mean,
job.
you might speak to me in like 6 months, and I'll be like, oh, I'm not drinking. Like for right now, because I went to Ibiza last week, and I drank like more tequila. I drank tequila in like consecutive days because I was like going out. I'm now taking a break, and for the rest of until my birthday, and then for the rest of the year potentially, just because I like to, if I kind of have a period of time where I'm partying in that way, I like to just like bring it back and just like no, you're still in control, you can still like do this, because otherwise if I just carry on, I've seen the bad effects of it, and I would not be able to do porn, I would not be able to do sex work if I was how I used to be, which was really bad.
What can I ask, what was your poison before you got sober?
It was just like a mixture of many things. I was a stripper for many years.
You're partying and
what do strippers like champagne cocaine, champagne cocaine,
Yeah.
So it was just like a mixture of that, and it was just unsustainable. I was never going to be able to save money. I was never going to be able to like just have a nice life and be happy. And I'm like so happy now.
Yeah. No, I'm so
I have
proud of you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
No, you should be. And you have goals too and everything like that?
Yeah.
Very good.
Haven't pissed anyone off in a really long time, as far as I know.
Pissed off, but been pissed on. Heyo. All right. No, hey, you should be that. I'll tell you, that's one thing that we like to celebrate on this show. We have a bunch of guys on this show that have been and gone through the program and stuff like that. And we really celebrate that, because that's a very, very tough thing to do. A lot of the guys and a lot of people that we have in contact with this show have done or are going through rehab or have been through and, are on the other end. So we salute you for that. And you should be very proud of yourself. So great work.
Thank you. Everyone just take it a day at a time. You can do it.
That's it.
It works if you work it.
That's it. That's the truth. All right, James, go ahead.
What's the most number of dicks you've taken at one time?
I mean, what's the most? Well, I mean, what's the most? Like you're saying, like, because you've been double penetrated anally. Right. You're saying like how many, what's the most she's had in her at one time?
Yeah, at one time. Yeah.
So have you had 4?
4? No.
Or 3?
Probably 3. Although I think, no, I haven't done triple penetration. So I mean, there's something to tick off. Woo. I've done, I've had 2 in my ass and 1 in my mouth, or 2 in my pussy and 1 in my mouth. The probably next that I'll be booked for is 1 in my pussy, 2 in my ass, 1 in my mouth.
Nice.
The thing is, like, I'm a set is like to actually get dicks inside you. It's a finite space, and I am a finite space. So I don't know how possibly you could. I mean, I've seen people do like 3 in the ass. But it's like just getting the bodies, like they only do it for a very short amount of time because the just like fucking Tetris, you know, and it's like,
And the guys are all like smushed together, and
yeah. Even with two, they're very close. So
Mhm.
like with three in there, like I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I know it's possible. I don't think that two in the pussy and two in the ass is possible though.
You don't think
Do
that
you-
one's possible?
Maybe with like little people. I don't know. It's just like these men are like fucking huge. So
yeah,
like how are they gonna
yeah,
how are they gonna physically get there?
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, two dildos in your ass, two dildos in your pussy, easy. But you haven't got all of like the limbs attached to the dildo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's those bodies that are attached to those dicks. That's what's getting in the way.
Exactly.
What
It's like
yeah.
cock blocking.
Yeah, what a bunch of jerks. Jeez, that's nice. But okay. Do you ever have like on set, do guys complain like if you want to do like a double anal scene, do they complain about like their dicks touching? Do they get like upset about that or no?
No.
No, they're just like whatever. Do whatever you
They
want.
they wouldn't do it if they complained. Like they're getting paid to do a job. They are professional and it's not gay. Like if that's what you're trying like you know what I mean?
No,
Like
but I'm saying like that's like it like do that like my thought was like would they conceive it as gay if they're touching if their dick's touching another guy's dick, but that's I was just asking
because they're like they're fucking the
you
girl.
yeah
They're not fucking like yeah they dicks are touching and they're
but
going
it's
in and stuff, but it's like also I can't speak for them, like maybe they enjoy it.
yeah, who knows. Yeah, have you ever had like so and I hate if you don't like this I'll stop it, but we've had other actresses on the show and we've talked to them about like if a guy is having trouble like getting it up on set, are you willing to help them or are you just like nope, that's your job, take care of it yourself?
Again, depends if they have a big ego or not.
Mm,
Because I try and build like some kind of connection with the guys, but a lot of the time it's like I arrive on set and they arrive on set just before we start filming. They kind of get themselves going and then like I don't mean to ruin it for everyone, but a lot of the time if they're doing gangbangs, they'll inject so that they keep hard because they might feel uncomfortable with like being so close to guys. So but they have to inject anyways. That's like the studios tell them because we don't want to waste time by
yeah.
doing all the like it's like guarantees that they're going to stay hard. Have I ever do I fluff people? Yes. If people are nice to me and like respectful, if people expect it again, no, because I like to be in control of my decision making and feel like I'm like I really don't want to use the word empowered, so I'm not. I really want to be like feel like I have autonomy over my choice. I don't feel like when I feel like I have to do it because that's your job.
Yeah.
But I also want to hurry things along because if the scene doesn't end, we don't get paid. So there's only been like I think one time where someone has been rude and expected me to, and I've literally like I've probably I was very early on in my career and I fluffed them for a little bit, and then it still wasn't happening. And then they ended up being angry at me because they couldn't get hard, and they said it was my job. And I said, I'm leaving the room until you're ready, because I'm not comfortable with this. You're being rude to me, and I left the room and then came back once they were hard. But because I'd obviously like asserted my boundaries, that did not do well for his ego. So his brain's connected to his dick, and he got like he couldn't finish the scene. Which was really sad because like we'd already done the rest of it, so I was a bit annoyed. But in general, like if you're nice to me, I'll suck you off.
No, that's I mean you're there like we've had that's kind of been the gist of like look, we don't want to be here all day, we want to get the job done and go, you know what I mean, like so if it helps you stay do whatever then
exactly, if you're just like gonna put it in my mouth and be like hey there dude, like hey buddy,
hey maybe ask first.
Yeah, exactly, like I like to see vulnerability. I like to see like a person behind the dick. So like hey, I'm having a bit of trouble here, like you don't have to, but like would it be cool if you help me a little bit? And then sometimes I'm just tired, I'm like I'm really tired, I need a break. And other times I'm like yeah sure, let's go, because I love sucking dick.
If
you
do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly. And if the dick's attached to someone that's nice, then I'm like, yeah, let's go for it, babe.
Yeah. Did you ever get like crush on a guy like in a scene or
Oh
anything?
yeah. I mean, like, just like working with people and just like having fun time. It's normally girls I have crush on.
Mm.
Um, I don't normally like fancy porn guys, but I do like have my favorite guys that I like to work with just because I like chemistry is really nice. And it's not necessarily I fancy them, it's more that like we fuck really well. And I
Mm.
think that you can fuck really well with someone that you don't fancy. Like
Mm.
walking down the street, I'll be like, no, or like, you know, it's really weird what your genitals like what
Yeah.
you like, you know.
Yeah. Did you, I mean, this might be like a weird question, but have you maybe like not liked the guy so much, but really liked his dick and vice versa?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Feel like, dude, that guy's such an ass, but his dick, oh my God, it's incredible. Right. That's
I
like
mean,
basically Jamie's love life.
I was just
FYI.
gonna say
I
that. That's
I was
me with
gonna,
every
I
single
was gonna,
guy.
I was gonna say, asking me professionally or like personally because yes to both.
Nice. All right, Jamie, what else you got for Peg Talk?
That is all I got for Peg Talk.
You're not going to ask her your favorite Peg Talk question?
All right, we can. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about pegging.
Pegging.
Do you enjoy it?
Have you ever done
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Of
My
course. You
first,
say it like it's so
my,
natural.
so my first boyfriend, like when I was like 18, 19,
Mhm.
he was begging to be pegged. And I was always like a bit shy, like, no, I'm not doing that. It's like bumhole. I think I'd only had anal like once at this point,
Yeah.
and I was like scared of it. And anyways, like I never did it to him, but I found out recently that he's actually gay. So like
Makes
maybe that
sense.
was yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense, right? Because he always
Yeah.
just wanted like his bumhole being played with, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why. Okay, fair.
Cool.
Not that it's gay, but it's just like yeah. Anyways, he can get pegged all the time with a real dick.
Right.
But yeah, I like it. I do that content. I film. Don't think I've done a professional pegging scene with someone with a penis, but I have done professional strap-on scenes. Like pegging like girls and stuff, which is
Yeah.
really fun. I love being like dominant. I'm a complete switch, so I love being dominated and I love being dominant. And sometimes it like suddenly I'll switch into like the other one. So there was a Proxy Pages gape party, lesbian gape party, like is recently come out, and that's like five girls, and it's like we're just all like going at it on each other with like massive dildos attached to strap-ons. That was really fun. But when it comes to people with penises, I'm usually in like a more dominatrix vibe. So I do content with dominatrixes, and usually what will happen is like I will be submissive in the first part, and then like dominate me to then dominate like my boyfriend in the scene, or you know, like the person that's acting as the male submissive, and we'll both dominate him together. And it's usually like they teach me how to peg, or you know, and I'm always like, oh, I've never done this before, and then I'm like, fucking slut, what are you?
I love that.
Do you like pegging? Do you like pegging?
I've only done it once, but I fucking loved it. And I haven't been able to find a guy to let me do it again.
No way. Okay, because it's pretty popular, I think.
Really?
I mean, I hang around in like queer circles,
and I feel like Europe is more open sexually.
Agreed.
Than over here. Like every guy, if you bring up pegging, they're like, "Oh, I'm not gay. I won't do that." But I know
that's where their G spot is, you know.
That's what I'm saying. That's
like
the second sphincter muscle.
It's a shame. I got all my my nails cut off, like taken off today, but I did have them really long, and then I had like these two were like short, like
nice.
Just in case. And my nail tech is like, why do you always want these ones short? I'm like, oh, it's because I go bowling. There's like in case anyone wants a finger in them.
You never know when you're gonna go bowling.
Oh, that's so funny. Nice. All right. Well, that's been another segment of Peg Talk, and I'll tell you what, we are coming to the top of the show. I mean, Ivy, we have a saying around here is that when it goes by fast, it was good. And this has been so much fun. You are awesome. And
thank you for you guys.
dude, you're the best.
We can meet.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm gonna come over and go to Berghain with you.
Bergang.
Yeah, the club.
Oh, Berghain.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
You're so American.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, that's in Berlin, but yeah, sure.
Right, Jamie. Seems like you know what you're doing for your vacation, Jamie.
There we go. You can come and you can get pissed on. You can piss on people. You can find someone to peg. You can walk around with your tits out and your strap on, just like anyone want to go.
Yeah.
Who wants it? And I'm sure you'll have lots of people that'll be up for it.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, Jamie, you're gonna be pegging people into next week. It'd be great. But Ivy, me and Jamie are usually on the same page with this, but we would love to have you back on the show if you'd be willing to come back on.
I'll have to see my schedule. No, yeah, of course.
Yeah, me going there. I was like, I thought we were friends. Oh, no, but you've been super cool. We are coming towards the top of time, so I do want to talk about this. Like we said, you have been nominated for the XBiz Awards for Best Female, Best Gonzo, and Best Lesbian. So much congratulations to you for that. But what else do we have to look forward to coming up for you?
Oh, so things that are coming up for me. I'm going to be going back and filming a lot of stuff in the fall. I don't generally like to film in the summer because Europe doesn't believe in air conditioning. So it's either like really, really hot or really, really cold because in the studios they don't have heating or aircon. So I like to film in spring and autumn, which is fall. So I'm going to be filming a bunch and stuff will be coming out. I have been doing in summer filming a lot of things for my OnlyFans though, my clip sites. So you can find all of that stuff on my link.
If we so what we'll do is, do you have a link tree?
I do, but if you go to ivymaddox.vip, that is my link tree. But it's easy. All my links are there. Also, I have other scenes that are coming out, or have people hold stuff back. So watch out for my Brazil scene. It should be out any second now. I know my friends didn't come out for 18 months, and I was like, really? Wow. So I'm like. Every day I'm checking, I'm like, is it going to come out soon? But nice. Just kind of like content that I've created myself is there.
Very cool. So we'll have links in the description of this episode for your VIP site. That'll have your link tree to your OnlyFans and your social media and everything like that. And we follow. Yeah, the show follows you on everything. You're a great follow on all social media platforms. Honestly, you're a lot of fun. You're just, and you're open and super funny. And like this, James, do you agree? Like, this has been a great time. You know 100%. What I mean?
I'm doing the Greg Davies, so it's like,
love it. Jamie has no idea what we're talking about, but what she just did is hilarious. Okay, you don't know.
Funny either way, but I have no idea.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so we are coming towards the top of time. James, do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Well, this is awesome. Thank you. I'm glad we rescheduled.
Yeah,
and didn't miss it because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this has been so much fun. So thanks for listening. This has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by the amazing Jamie Iglesias and the incredible Ivy Maddox. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. And you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like, subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening. Have a good one. Thanks. See ya. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Ivy. We got to.
Have you got a ponytail?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What's your hair like? Can you turn around?
Yeah.
You should have a ponytail.
No, I was trying to work it out for ages. I was like, is it like a slick back into a ponytail, or is it like okay, right? And
do I look like I have a ponytail?
I don't know.
It'd be cool if you did.
I was trying to work it out. I was like, is that what happens in Philadelphia? People have like loads of ponytails. Is that a red area?
No, people do
Okay.
not have ponytails here. I mean, guys don't, at least. Girls do. But
Fair
that
enough.
shit, no way. No, I keep it high and tight. You know what I mean? I gotta look, I gotta look spiffy. You know what I mean?
All good.
But no, nice. So Jamie, we gotta stick around and do some post-show stuff, Ivy, but thank you so much for this. You can drop if you want, but
Thank you so much.
You've been so much fun. Thanks. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, bye.
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 All right.